Hello guys, Voxel Pro here coming at you with a kind of a rant. I pre-recorded before I did this take, I did a rant on like my future and stuff like that, and it was over 20 minutes, and I'm trying to condense. I'm really trying to condense, but sometimes I just go off the rails and I gotta scale back, and I feel like I can be more articulate, and I can be more clear and be more precise with what I'm trying to say. But the highlight of it was this, okay? For the past 5 years, all I can think about is my future. And where I'm at now, when I look at the people from my past that had graduated with me from public school, from high school, you know, and I see where they are at now, they're like way ahead, you know. Maybe not all of them, but the most of them I can find. They've already moved. They're in this state, that state, on their own, married, have children, and not necessarily saying those are exactly the things that I want, but I want my progression just like they got their progression. I'm just saying, why did my progression take longer than their progression? I feel like I'm like below the average, you know. And I said this in like at least a few of my previous rants, but today's one of those days, because I started recording at like 7:30 in the morning, you know, and that's when I did that around that 20-minute take, and then by the time it's almost like 8 now, it's almost 8 in the morning now, after staying up all night. It's just the way that I'm wired. Don't ask. I don't know. I've tried to fix it. Sometimes I can fix it, but I always revert back to my, I guess, savage self when it comes to the sleep schedule. But I don't know. I don't know why I'm built the way that I'm built. You know, I'm always trying to seek that thing, but the thing is that nothing is coming to me right now. But why isn't it occurring at the same exact time that, you know what it was? Is because I found I think I know why. I know part of the reason why I'm on this slow path to success. I know part of the reason, and a lot of it is my own doing, but a lot of it is like, doggone near all of it is my doing. But understand something. Understand that I didn't intend for it to go like this. You know, go this long, go, whatever. So, like, I don't know, like it's 2017 now, right? So I gotta imagine that some over 10 years ago, over 10 years ago, a certain problem for me, personal problem for me, not one of huge detriment, but detriment enough, I guess alter my path a little bit. Maybe it's kept me out of some trouble, but maybe it's also caused some for me too. I don't know. I mean, really, if you really want to take it back, I would have to take it back to when I was like real young. Video games has always been a problem for me. That's one of the problems, but it's a symptom of a problem, but I'm gonna get to the character flaw. So when I was younger, I couldn't stay away from the games. They were just more entertaining. They were more fun. I could do the homework, and I would know how to, like, I guess, like, compartmentalize information in my head and spit it out when I need to, and I could generally get by and waste time playing my game, but that's only because they were more fun to me than actual trying to do schoolwork. And that's just me being honest, but it's that feeling of, like, that right now, like, I got to have this right now, that it started to bleed over into, like, other areas of my life, like, I'm not, like, it, like, I feel like it, for example, I feel like it affected my ambition, like, my ambition, like, my, like, the work ethic, that can be disguised as, like, me just being, like, you wouldn't know that I have a good work ethic if I say I'm gonna be somewhere, and you tell me to do something, I'm gonna try to do it, and I'm gonna try to do it well with, like, no accidents, and I feel like, I do pretty good at that. But, like, just generic stuff, if you tell me to do something that's, like, outside of my realm of knowledge, and then you go tell me to do that, and then you expect me to do it, well, but I get that that's most people, but I'm saying that, for a first timer, so, while I feel like most people was building up their ambition, their willpower, their hunger, their thirst for whatever it is that they wanted to do for the rest of their life, or, the thing that they wanted to, I guess pick for or major, to eventually lead to the job that they kind of want to do for the rest of their life. They had that ambition, they had that, they, not that workaround, but that work through, that pile driver, that, it's already been said, that ambition to, like, go through any obstacles and not just around them. All I learned how to do was go around them. You know what I mean? And that's not necessarily always a bad thing. I would say most of the time it's a bad thing, but I wouldn't say that all the time it's a bad thing, because then it makes you, have a particular mindset of how to adapt to any situation, more or less. But that's just one example. But I feel like that, for me, that's the root of, like, a deeper, that deeper problem, right? But yeah, man, I don't know, because you see, here's the thing, you go out on the internet and you see how they put the work in, the equipment, people, the equipment with these YouTube videos and everything like that. You see, people who have been on a website for years, running their business for years, had a good idea, knew what to do, you know, had to work for it, put in the calls, make the phone calls, send out the emails, this, that, and the other. And I can do those things. It's just, I don't know why, but the opportunities, the ingenuity, all those things, they don't come to me. I don't know what it is. They don't come to me. I don't like, yeah, but yeah, the ideas always come to me, but the resources don't. You know what I mean? Like, I had an idea earlier, for the past, I want to say 2 months. And for the longest time, I was working on it. But then I couldn't do it simply because I lacked the resources to do it. Now, I'm trying to work around that, but I mean, I had no plan. I had no way to, you know, set that up. I had no backup plan for if it was going to go wrong. So the plans fell through. So that was my only idea, you know. Now being personal is one thing, you know, because people, I feel like all these YouTube, you know, stars, you know, yeah, they have diligence. This is true. But come on. You cannot tell me that luck has anything to do with it. You can't tell me that luck doesn't have anything to do with it. I might have said that luck has something to do with it. I meant to say that luck the first time. The second time I said that luck doesn't have anything to do with it. But I want to rectify that. You can't tell me that luck doesn't have anything to do with it. I don't believe it. You could say that you send out the emails, that you make the phone calls, you do this, that, and the other. You got Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, GitHub, this box, Hitbox, Nation Fusion, Trip Dip, that was a made up one, Google Plus, Google Images, Google Drive, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, some of the other streaming sites of that, Indiegogo, Kickstarter, this, that, and the other. But come on, man, because once you promote it, what are the chances? You know, we could, because even still, even though, you know, you have the marketing strategies and you know, is based off of things that you learn in school, you know, media marketing and all this other stuff, you should respect a whatever percent for how many ever, people you advertise to. But even still, there's got to be a margin of error. What I'm saying is that's based off of chance. That's based off of chance. And I don't know. It's still based off of chance. And because it fell in their favor, I don't know. I'm saying, why can't I be one of those dudes? But then, then here's the thing. Here's the thing that I wrestle with. Some things ain't meant to be, right? No. Listen, we're gonna have one of those conversations right now, right? I get it. Some things ain't meant to be. Some things are outside of your control. Some things are like, once you put it into other people's hands, only they decide your future. They do. And then what controls their minds to be like, you know, in a sense, when I say controls their minds, I'm not talking about like robot, but what ultimately like sways their opinion? What makes them push it on that side that favors you? Or on the other hand, you know, that pushes on that side that sways not in your favor. I don't know. Why does certain things in life sway in your favor while other things don't? And the things that you wish would sway in your favor, they don't. And the things that you wish wouldn't sway in your favor, they do. You know? And sometimes you'll get lucky and get some good ones, and lucky and get some bad ones. But why is that the case? And I'm not talking about small things either. I'm talking about like butterfly effect type stuff. Like, because of the outcomes of certain actions, it caused you to go down a different path in life than you would have originally had you stuck with a different decision, or if something had fell a little bit differently, you know, like a difference of 1 degree, you know, of how a situation went, you know, alters your life completely. That's what I'm talking about. So yeah, man, I mean, I was trying to make this more concise. I ended up doing it by 3 minutes less. That wasn't helpful, but thank you guys for watching. Subscribe to Voxel Pro, and maybe I'll do another rant.